It's Veterans Day and shit. Let me see. Started right now on this damn. We already on shit. All right. Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com. This is another episode of Wrestling_Hip Hop. I'm live in the place with the homie Ju Dizz. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Just chilling, man. Getting ready for Saturday.
What's going on Saturday?
Got Level Up Pro Wrestling. November Rain going against James Brady, Captain James Brady. One-on-one, our first solo match. He's one of the students at the school. He's from the Midwest, St. Louis. But he's been out here for a little while now. So, yeah, just getting ready for that, man.
And then where's the Level Up at?
They're in La Mesa.
Okay. Yeah, we was talking a little bit before the show, man. I see your you was a little upset. You saw Odell went to the Rams.
Yeah. What the fuck, man? They already stacked. But you know
I
what?
think that especially with Stafford, man, that made a big difference.
I was heated. He got traded because I'm a Niners fan, man. So just having him in our division now just made shit worse. So now we got him, Russell, and Kyler. So I'm like, all these scrambling guys, and like, nah, man.
So who the Niners playing? Who they still got Garoppolo? Or they using the other guy?
Yeah, nah, they started Garoppolo.
Still,
yeah.
I think that was a bad pickup from the jump. I don't even know why they thought he was good. What was he doing to be good?
Hey, he took us to the bowl 2 years ago, so I know he got what it takes, but keep in mind back then our defense was solid. You feel me? So now it's like we can't stop nobody. But I think it's gonna take another year or two before Trey Lance is ready to go. You feel me? Let him get that playbook, memorized, and let him get his reps, like the few games that he did get the game. He showed some good potential and everything, but I think just keep riding with Jimmy unless he get injured again. Let him hold that clipboard, man. When it's time to, pull a trigger, let him go full-fledged. But yeah.
Yeah, I was looking, man. Last time we talked, man, it was let me see. I was looking. Last time we talked was May. It was around January, February, March, April, May 2019.
May 2019. Yeah, that was
right after before everything broke down.
Yeah. It had me hot, bro.
So how would you just a reintroduction? Just reintroduce yourself to the audience since it's been a little while, been 2 years.
Cracking y'all. My name is Jude Dizz. I am the benevolent brother, the Black Rose, SoCal Pro Heavyweight Champion. Been wrestling since 2014. Mostly here on the West Coast. Had a few shots up in Nevada, up in Vegas, Arizona. Once in Mexico. Trying to break way to the East Coast, down south, Midwest. You feel me? I'm just a brother living the dream, man. Living the dream, repping for the culture properly, the way it's supposed to be done. The knowledge of self coming first and foremost. That's what it is, man.
And then are you the longest reigning champion for SoCal right
now? Technically, yes, but I put an asterisk to it myself because of COVID. I had my first title defense at the last show.
Yeah,
was that 2 weeks ago? Yes, this has been too long, man. School was shut down for a year and a half, almost 2 years. So yeah.
So how would they say? It's been like 2 years. So how were you able to grow as a wrestler the past 2 years?
Keep it a buck with you, man. I almost hung him up, bro.
Yeah, we was wondering, man. Like you went away from social media for like a whole year.
Yeah, I went rogue, bro. I was in hibernation mode. COVID hit, and then like I took a little hiatus from social media, man. That shit was fucking with me, fucking with my mentals. And this is like right before the George Floyd thing and the riots and all of that and the election and all the shit that was transpiring in the world, man. Before that, I was just like on social media, somehow found myself in some rabbit hole. And I was just like, you know what? I need to log. It's time to log off, bro. It's time to log off and take a break. So I took a break for damn near a year. It was probably like 9, 10 months, something like that. And during that time, I keep it a buck with you, man. I mentally checked out. Checked out when watching wrestling, when following nothing. A lot of things went down. That whole speaking out movement, like a lot of shit went down, and I didn't pay attention to none of it. You feel me? Not just in wrestling, but in the world. You feel me? COVID, the fucking elections, the riots, and all of that. I just checked out. Was like, you know what, man? Now it's time to focus on something that's more important. I've been not necessarily putting on the back burner, but you feel me? My family. You feel me? I need to. You feel me? This is my time to spend with them. Wrestling is shut down, so
Yeah, it's funny you say that, man, because I was talking to my therapist one day, and then she asked me, she was like, how do you feel about all the current events like Black Lives Matters and the election? She's like, do you think it affects you? And at first, I never even thought about that shit. But when I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it affected me. That shit was like stressful. It was a lot going on, man. Cause
yeah,
I was like, my whole thing was like, I was like, man, that little how they was marching and shit, I just didn't understand it. So I was like, I don't even understand where Black Lives Matter come from. So it's just like, if I don't understand it, I'm not gonna be out. I can't be out there doing that shit if I don't understand it. So it was
yeah,
kind of weird.
for
Then like
sure.
even I know if you was out here, man, a lot of times it wasn't even like shit. It'd be like some black people out there, but it wasn't shit. We ain't the majority, but they calling it Black Lives Matter. But it'd be
I
the
ain't never,
white people knocking,
bruh,
spraying shit and
bruh,
knocking windows down.
bruh. I ain't never seen that many white people march with black people ever in my life. Not even fucking in the history clips, bruh. Never. Now, like I know that shit was a psyop, bruh, in some way, but I have my own opinions on BLM and all that. You feel me? If you want to get into it, we can. But if not, you feel me? We can move on. But I definitely like I checked out, bruh. And then like moving forward, like say I checked out, but like I kept tabs on what was going on. I didn't have no social media, no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, none of that. But you feel me? I kept my YouTube, so you feel me? I search and see what's going on. Didn't watch the news, no news, none of that. But I knew what was going on, like little shit pop here and there. You feel me? There's a few podcasts I listen to keep me on, keep me up track with recent events and stuff. And yeah, it was just like I was able to take a step back and watch everything play out. You know what I mean? Without throwing my little 2 cents in on this, and then you feel me, something unfold months down the line, and you feel me, it contradicts with how you feel me, portray yourself or your thought process at that time. So yeah, I just was able to step back, watch everything fall on itself, and just you feel me, watch and observe.
Did that help you?
Definitely did, man. Definitely did a lot. Like some shit I used to rock with. I look, I look at it now like it wasn't never cool in the first place. You feel me? And some shit I used to look at sideways like, all right, well, maybe they wasn't wrong. You feel me? It is some truth to what you know what I mean? So just being able to step back and play the sideline and just watch, you feel me? Without, you feel me, throwing in my little 2 cents helped me come to a final conclusion at the end. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm not one of them people either. If you notice me, man, I don't even post about shit like that because I just be like, man, it's like the more like say if I post one story about that, then when something else happened, then it's like shit, you always posting every time something happened. Then my
Yeah.
whole thing, I always say too, I'm like, look, man, I think people get caught up sometimes. I'm like, you seeing a 60-second clip, at the most 3-minute clip. That ain't
Right.
enough to figure out what's going on sometimes. But people be quick to say what happened off a little ass clip they see off social media. So that's my whole thing. I'm like, okay, what was the story behind it? Like, why y'all just
Right.
jumping on it like that? So,
Right. Yeah. Hey, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not disconnected from the struggle by no means. You know what I mean? Like when the Breonna Taylor shit was going on and Ahmaud Arbery, like right before George Floyd, like all of that, like I stay on tabs of what's going on. Like shit hit the timeline, but I'm not one to post nothing about, you feel me, us getting victimized and feel
right.
me. Like I'm not about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I think like that shit's like drain. Like even if you do like just sit there and post that shit all day, I feel like that just do something to your energy and your
It
spirit. Like,
does.
that's
It
not no
does,
good
bro.
vibe.
It definitely does, man. Definitely does.
'Cause I was telling my, I'm pretty sure you probably feel the same way. But my kids, I'm like, man, we ain't finna when Black History come, or we ain't gonna be on that. Oh, we were slave shit or white
Yeah,
people slave movies. I'm
yeah.
done with that
Nah,
shit.
nah, nah, bro. You gotta go before it. Our history didn't start right there. You gotta go way before that. You feel me? When we was the kings and queens, you feel me? Ruling lands, you feel me? You gotta go way before that. Royalty shit, you feel me?
Well,
So
you see why I changed my name to. Well, that's actually my son's name, but that's why I go by Pharaoh. But that's actually I named my son Pharaoh now. That's why I be on.
right.
So I was gonna say, so what made you, I guess, get back motivated, and get back into wrestling?
Uh I was talking to Mike Camden
Mm-hmm.
and Hunter Freeman, because they was training at Level Up with B-Boy. And they was telling me like, hey man, fucking come through, get the thing, you feel me? But be able to train there, you had to get a COVID test. And at that time, I was like, look, I ain't taking no COVID. I'm good off of all that shit. You feel me? So it was like, all right, we finna have a little live. They do the live tapings and everything. And it was like, yeah, we finna do our first live taping. Just come through, check out the guys, check out our new students. And B-Boy, he was like, yeah, like, feel me? You can help critique the new students, let them know what they did good, what they can work on, whatever. And just see if it, you feel me, motivates you a little bit. And so I went to the show, and these guys was good, man. These cats was good. So just seeing them, I'm like, damn, they finna pass me up, man. I need to, you feel me? I gotta get my shit back in order. And just talking to Mike, talking to Hunter, talking to B-Boy, they definitely inspired me. And you feel me? Seeing the new guys come in,
I'm
lit a
saying,
fire under me.
I just found out about B-Boy. B-Boy, he like a go from when he like back in the day, like XPW or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But don't Rey Mysterio and Dominique trained there too?
Yeah, I've trained with Dominic a few times. He slid through. Um, I know he was going there a lot more before he was actually on the road with WWE and stuff. Um, yeah, he slid through. I've seen pictures with Cain Velasquez slid through there, Sasha Banks, Bailey, like whenever they was in town, something like that. So, um, yeah, Level Up got some good eyes on him, especially with one of their students, ENA, just got signed to WWE. So he's just moved to Florida to go join NXT. So yeah.
That's what I said. I remember being out here for like, I got out here like 2000, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember all these schools. I don't remember that many schools. It's like a lot of schools out here now.
No, I think it's only 3 in
Yeah,
San Diego.
yeah,
Yeah, SoCal Pro, Level Up, and then Fist Combat. They got a
yeah.
school.
I'm saying, so that's tight, man. So what's the plan now? Where you working on now? Like, what's your goals as a wrestler?
Man, my goal is the same as it's been before the pandemic. Basically make a living off of this, man. I can't see myself working on 9 to 5 no more, bruh. Like I was doing both, working a 9 to 5 and wrestling. And now I'm like, bruh, that shit for the birds. So after I took my hiatus, when I came back, I told myself, fucking, I gotta dive in full fledged, head first, fucking I mean, grind like I never have before. You feel me? Take risks, do what I got to do. So, got a really, really cool opportunity coming up to wrestle for GCW's new sister company out in LA Fights. That's on November 28th. They haven't released a card. They released one match so far, but fucking stacked roster of talent on the card. Still waiting to see who I'm gonna be working with, who I'm gonna be facing. Other than that, I know that's a fucking major platform for me to just get in front of fresh eyes, get in front of new eyes. And I really want to just, feel me, take the shit outside of the West Coast, man. Like, I need to get to Georgia, Florida, fucking New York, Midwest, Texas, you feel me? I got to get the fuck out of here, man, because I feel like I've been on this coast for too long. And, you feel me, all the eyes that was going to see me on this side, probably see me already. You feel me? So, yeah, I'm trying to navigate and get booked outside of the West Coast.
Yeah, like even because I watch a lot of wrestling myself, so I already see you now, like especially how they got the dark and the evolution on AEW. Mm-hmm. Shit, there's a lot of wrestlers like I see you on that already. That could be and then even the Major League Wrestling, like stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
The NWA, really. NWA too, because a lot of them, like Impact, it seems like a lot of people like they showcasing more and more new talent now. Mm-hmm. But I would say, I guess the thing with Ring of Honor really ain't that good because that's a lot of wrestlers that ain't gonna be working for a minute.
Before the shutdown, that was one of my goals because I told myself like, fucking like when WWE came out with their new edict and everything, talking about they don't want nobody fucking over 28 or whatever it was. You feel me? They got a new edict where they want certain guys at a certain age, certain weight, certain height. You know what I mean? All that shit. That told me, all right, that you gotta let that go, bro. You gotta let that go and start searching elsewhere. You feel me? So I told myself AEW, Ring of Honor, and MLW. Those is the three, like, where I'm putting my tunnel vision on. But now that Ring of Honor went under, you feel me? It's MLW and AEW for me. Even Impact, I wouldn't even mind wrestling at Impact, man. You feel me?
But even how you said too, like you was talking about the shit. I don't see you a Game Changer. Would you do a death match though?
It's funny. I was talking to Hunter, and I had went over his house, me and my wife was hanging out with his wife and shit. And he was like, "Hey, Anita, me and Ju finna do a death match." And she was like, I'm gonna kill both of y'all. My wife was like, "Hell no, he ain't doing no death." I wouldn't mind it. I think I need to, step outside of my comfort zone a little bit. You know what I mean? It's one thing to play it safe, but it's another thing to, at least get the experience once. You know what I mean? How you know if you don't like it if you don't try it at least once? So
yeah, I
can see myself doing it once, and you never know what'll come out of that though.
I just be trying to figure out, be like, man, what are they on? Cause some of that stuff they be doing, man, that shit be crazy. Like there's some new shit I seen. So they had like some kind of straws, and they get them all together and they stick them in their head.
Yeah.
Screws.
Yeah. The skewers. Yeah.
I'm like,
honestly, I can't see myself doing that. Like, that's really not my style. Even as a fan watching wrestling, even before I started training, I could never get into the deathmatch thing. It just wasn't for me, you know what I mean? No shade, no hate towards the guys that do it, or you feel me, the fans that love it, but it's just not geared towards me.
I didn't even know that's what I didn't know that's where Moxley came from, because he was in that it's like CXW, Combat Zone Wrestling. I didn't know he started in that. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So what about what you've been listening to? So I would say, so you missed all the verses then, right?
The thing that made me it's funny you say that. The thing that made me take my hiatus was I was looking at something It was for the Ludacris verses. I forgot who he was. It Ludacris and Nelly?
I think it was.
Okay, it was. I just know it was a Ludacris versus, and I'm a huge Ludacris fan, so I fucking went into this rabbit hole, and I was just like,
Yeah, Nelly.
yeah, not even that. It was just, you feel me? One community talking about another community. Let's just leave it like that. And I was just like, you know what? Deuces, I'm out of here, man. Like this rap shit, this is our shit. You feel me? This is hip
Oh
hop.
yeah.
You feel me? This is our shit. So anybody, you feel me, talking shit or bum gumping or trying to bogart their way through, you feel me, what we originated, then I was just like, you know what? I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. But I seen some of the verses, man. I seen some of them. My favorite one so far, of course, because I'm from the Bay.
E40 Too
E40 and
Short.
Too Short. Yeah, man, that shit was dope. I like the Snoop and DMX one. That was dope. Even the most recent ones, the Locks and
Dipset.
Dipset. Even though that was a wash, you feel me? Watch that one. What was the most recent one? Oh, the KRS one and fucking
Big
Big
Day
Daddy
Can.
Kane. Bruh, I love that one, man. Love that one. So, oh, excuse me.
One of my homies I interviewed called Wordsmith, he told me about this book. This shit hard.
What is that?
It just tell you all about hip hop history.
The Book of Rap list. Okay, I can see the Yo MTV raps.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
by the dude Elliot Wilson, the dude that wrote WXL. But man, it's
okay.
like that shit hard because like man, it's like really going into hip hop. Like I had to start over because I was like, all these songs they name it, I don't even know. So I was like,
So it's just a list of songs?
it's just like so it's just different rap lists. So they got one list, they got let me see. So this one right here say it's just talking about lyrics. So it got greatest MCs of all time. So it got their greatest, and then they got so it just lists their greatest MCs. Then they got tongue twister talent. So they talk about the top 20 tongue twisters. Then they got like some of the rappers got their favorite songs in here. So it says Cool Mo D rates the rappers of the day. So it's a list like that. And they talking about DJs, productions, lives, names, broadcasting, breakdancing, clans,
Okay.
art, record labels, film, money, sports, and gear. They just got all these different kind of like rap lists, but they
That's
be naming
dope.
all these damn songs. And I'm saying I don't know none of these. Like I think I be knowing my music, but all these songs they name it, I hardly know. So I was like, man, I'm gonna listen. How I'm gonna do now? If I don't know the song and I hate the song, I'm gonna look it
Look
up,
it up.
then go for it. So I know
Okay.
the song because it's like the old school hip hop history. Really, they started from the beginning.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
this
I
shit,
love. That's what I love the most about hip hop, man. Just from the origins, man. Like building your own fucking stereo set. You feel me? With all these different size speakers and fucking stealing tweeters from the motherfucking stoplights and stealing the fucking electricity from the light pole and shit like that. You feel me? Like the the alchemical part of it. You feel me? Just taking nothing and now it's the fucking most influential genre of music. You feel me? Fucking $1 trillion industry and everybody want to be a part of this shit. You feel me?
so I'll ask you, how did you come up with your song? Your entry song.
Oh, my intro song, uh, fucking Public Enemy, Welcome to the Terror Dome. Fucking Public Enemy is my fucking greatest. I think it's the greatest rap group ever. You feel me? Huge fan of them. Fucking, I don't know, man. I remember this as I was going through the transition of my persona. I was like, man, I gotta go because I was doing the old school boom bap hip hop gimmick with the boom box and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to use something that's, feel me, that old school flavor, but still is going in the direction of where I want to take it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think I just had like a PE playlist on my phone and just, you feel me, working out or whatever. And you can listen to the music and visualize yourself coming out to it. And I was like, all right, it's between either it was between that, Welcome to the Terror Dome, and Rebel Without a Pause. Feel me? So it was either one of those two. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with this one. So Yeah, that's how that worked out in my head.
And then I would say, do you like, are you going to stay like the character you have now? Like, say if you signed the one, the organization you was talking about earlier, and they say, hey, you got to switch it up. Would you switch it up, or would you tell them, nah, this is what I want to do. This is my character.
I would tell them this is what I want to do. You feel me? Because what's the point of going somewhere if you can't be yourself? You know what I mean? I understand want to take something that's raw and polish it up to where it could be, you know, seen on that professional level on this the high platform. You know what I mean? So yeah, if it takes for me to take a little tweaking here and there, but for me to like completely change everything, then it would make me question what would you want to bring me in for in the first place, you know? But um I think that's another major thing that turned me off from WWE because it's like I feel like if they was to ever sign me, bro, I wouldn't be able to be authentically myself. You know what I mean? They would look. I feel like they would look at me, definitely change my name, definitely change like what I stand for, and I just feel like it will be watered down. So I don't want to be a watered down version of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember Ricochet. But could you see yourself being like Puma? You remember he did Puma and he
Uh
had the mask on. Could you see
huh.
yourself wrestling under a mask?
It would still have to be under the guise of my persona. You know what I mean? I It can't be like no fucking Black Panther Wakanda type shit. Like no disrespect to comic books and that fan base, but like that shit is not real. You know what I mean? Like I want my shit to be real, to feel real. You feel me? When you look at me, I want you to think of fucking Fred Hampton and motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like these icons that really fucking laid the foundation for us to fucking be here and have this revolutionary spirit. You know what I mean? So like, um, when I look at a guy like Darius Lockhart, have you heard of him?
Hmm.
Fucking when I see him, look him up, man. Dope ass wrestler. Dope ass
I
wrestler,
don't know.
man. Fucking
Darius
being
Lockhart.
revolutionary. That's the homie, bruh.
You said Darius Lockhart.
Yeah, Darius Lockhart.
Hmm.
Fucking dope ass, bro. When I watch his promos, I think of Fred Hampton. You
Hmm.
feel me? I think of Stokely Carmichael. You know what I mean? Kwame Ture. I think of you feel me? Those leaders who to me had that voice and spoke truth to power. You know what I mean? So if I can't be who I am 100%, then you feel me? Then what's the point of even bringing me in? But like I said, if they're one of those companies, see me, they like what I got, they want to polish it up so it look a little more professional. It's not as raw, you know what I mean? But I can still get my message out. Then let's do it. But I'm willing to take any opportunity to get my foot in the door anywhere. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You really never know. So um it's for me it's just taking the steps to get where I want to be. When the opportunity calls, knock it out, kill it. And if they want to move forward, then you feel me? Don't just lay down, but you know what I mean? Like, hey, this is how I feel. This is my persona. I don't see what I do on TV at all. You know what I mean? Like what I stand for, what I see, the fists and all that, I don't see that at all. Nowhere. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like, shit. I was thinking about this because like, just depending on your fan base, because it don't be a lot. Shit, I think when I went to that wrestling event, man, I counted like 3, 4 black people. It wasn't a lot of black people, so really, it's like you really probably won't be a fan favorite. Like the fans will probably be against you more than they rooting for you. Like,
right.
how the fans be when you be performing?
It depends on where I'm at. Yeah, I've been testing out the heel thing. Like I wrestled in Arizona against Hammerstone, and feel me, well, I was a heel there. You feel me? I was going against they hometown babyface, fucking
Mm-hmm.
big name, and I don't know. It's just like when I came out, it wasn't necessarily crickets I could hear, but it was just like, oh, oh, like you know what I mean, like kind of like not intimidation, just like okay, what we're gonna get now. You know what I mean? And I fucking bring up some history on them. Feel me? I was like, yeah, this Arizona, one of the last states that wanted to make Martin Luther King a holiday.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I spit some truth on them, like, yeah, the governor y'all had of this state, you feel me? Y'all elected him. You in the crowd, your mama, your grandparents, y'all elected him. You feel me? He didn't want to, feel me, rep for the culture. So, you know what I mean? I gave him some truth. And it was like, for me, I don't care if the fans fucking adore me or if they hate me. You feel me? As long as I'm telling the truth, you feel me? Because this is one thing I do. Whenever I spit something, it's going to be historical text that can't be denied. It can't be refuted. It can't be argued. What I say, this shit happened. You know what I mean? And if you want to sit back and act like, oh, it didn't happen, or you feel me, I wasn't alive when this happened, but look, what happened shaped where we are now. You know what I mean? It's kind of making me think of the fucking CRT shit, the critical race theory conversation that's going on. You know what I mean? How they trying to, you know what I mean, change actual history. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is documented truths. So if I come out and I cut a promo and I hit you with some facts, some statistics, some historical text, you know what I mean? If that pill is hard to swallow, you feel me? When you got to look yourself in the mirror, you know what I mean? That's my goal, is to, feel me, put the mirror up to your face. But hey, look, this is what happened. This is what it is, and this is what shaped how we live in the day. You know what I mean? If you can't take that pill and swallow it, then of course you're gonna boo me. You feel me? But if you on the other side, you're like, yeah, he right. You know what I mean? We want, you feel me? We pushing for change. We pushing, you know. Then maybe you might cheer me. But like on the independence, yeah, there's a fucking like you said, it was like 3-4 people of our creed out there. You feel me? Few sprinkled black people out there. When I was in Arizona, it was like 3 black people out there. You know what I mean? So 3 people, they cheered me, even even though I was a heel. You know what I mean? But I will say this: I feel like it's a huge demographic that wants what I'm putting out. You feel me? And we haven't seen it since the Nation of Domination, and we've seen how that went. You feel me? And how they were portrayed. You feel me?
Y'all actually, that was gonna be one of my questions. What did you think about them?
Huh?
What did you think about the Nation of Domination?
You know, back then as a kid, I rocked with it, but I couldn't really relate because I don't think they pushed it as hard as they could have. You know what I mean? I feel like it was just another fucking jobber stable to get Stone Cold over or get The Rock over. You know what I mean? It's a catapult stable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that shit got real for a minute though when they had then they had a biker gang.
Yeah,
They had the Mexicans.
yeah.
I was like, hold
Yeah,
up.
you know that they could have took that shit so far, you know, and it was the right time to do it. Like, everything wasn't so PC back then. So yeah, they had the Los Boricuas and the biker gang and the Nation, and Diaz is like all these factions. And yeah, there was some promos I fucked with, bruh. It was one quote fucking Baruch said to, I don't remember who he said. I think he said it to Bret Hart. He said, it started off with a boat ride, but it's gonna end with a black fist on your bitch ass or something like that. And I was like, okay, I can rock with that. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, you feel me? You say something like that, you definitely gonna be the heel. But to the demographic that want that, yeah, bro, we rocking with you, bro. So I don't know. It's gonna be I think it's a thin line, you know what I mean, to where you wanna push the envelope, but then like if you get signed to a major, you feel me, they got corporate sponsors and all this other shit they gotta worry about, you feel me? But on the indies, it's like anything goes, but you still, man, some fans are they're fucking pussy, man. You gotta fucking, you know what I mean? They try to cancel you over dumb shit, knowing you feel me, just doing your thing. So
Yeah, I be seeing you on I saw you on Championship Wrestling a few times.
Yeah, that was fucking OG, like between 2015 to like 2017, something like
Yeah.
that, 2018. Yeah. Started off doing the tag team thing. Then my partner, he got hurt, so I was doing the solo thing. Then he ended up moving. So yeah, I was fucking solo. And then it wasn't until I broke my I dislocated my elbow. And then I took a break from there. But yeah, I seen Dave Marquez at the last GCW show up in LA. If Femi spoke to him, hey man, I'm trying to come back. You feel me? They got a lot of good shit popping right now. They got the
Yeah.
new venue. So yeah, pick up this
Yeah.
championship wrestling from
I be
Hollywood.
seeing the one is like championship wrestling from Atlanta. Then they got one from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
I see a guy from there, Austin I will be on there. And the
Yeah,
other dude, downtown Danny Brown, he be on there too.
yeah. Andy Brown. Shit. Um, Anthony Idol was just out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Championship
that's what I
wrestling.
meant to say. I said the wrong name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was just out there. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Atlanta is a nice place to be. Plus, it's fucking national TV. So you feel me? You get those reps in there, you get you prepared for the I mean even bigger stage. You know what I mean?
Did you already fight? You already fought Gangrel, right? Again?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
How did
2 weeks
that
ago,
match
time.
go?
It was cool. It was cool. He was a little injured before the match, so just had to, you feel me, make sure he didn't hurt himself any more than what he already was. But I was satisfied with it. He said he was satisfied with it. We had a nice little ending to the show. Got to grab the mic and you feel me, tell him what he meant to me and feel me the rest of the wrestling industry and all the students that level up. You feel me? It was really cool. It's really cool.
Then what would you want the listeners to know about you?
I want the listeners to know that you feel me. As a wrestler, I'm down to represent us to the highest possible light there is. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that, no shucking and jiving, no fucking goofy shit. You know what I mean? I want to be considered as a serious black wrestler. You feel me? No dancing, like no comedy, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Still, I want to represent us to struggle. You feel me? Black power, black knowledge, knowledge of self. You feel me? Black consciousness, just knowing who you are, having the knowledge of self, and just not being with the coonery shit. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. Man, I be noticing something, man. I told my wife about it. I noticed on our truth on his page on Instagram,
mm-hmm.
like he always show people like basically like cool shit, like little fails or just people making fun of themselves or little dumb shit. And it's always like black people. He never posted any other races doing that. So I'm like, why is it so easy for you to like show us doing dumb shit and all that ignorant shit instead of you posting these other races like that? You know what I'm saying? He always posting us. I'm like, man, what's up with that shit? That shit like I be trying to support him, but I just don't like that shit.
I got nothing but love for him, man. He's a legend in his own right. You know what I mean? Fucking um, I would say it's a time and a place for it. This is just me. This is just me. It's a time and a place for it. I can't knock him. You know what I mean? He's had a fucking long lasting career. He's made fucking millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Seen his documentary. Like he's been like that his whole life. You know what I mean? Just having fun, easygoing guy. But I would say like, and this is just me. It's a time and a place to be, to have fun. It's a time and a place to be serious. So yeah. And how stupid would I look if I'm going out there? I got a Pan African pennant on, I got a kufi on, and I'm fucking chucking and jiving. It shit don't match. You know what I mean? So it's just not me, man. It's just not me, bruh.
So we ain't gonna get no spinning Rooney out you.
Nah, you ain't gonna get no spinneroonie from me, bruh.
But when I thought you said your first before like how you are now, but I thought before you said you was like more of a b-boy.
Nah, I kind of like you talking
You
about
said you had
like
the boombox. You said you came out with the boombox.
yeah, I came out with the boombox, but you feel me? That was me just representing the boom bap era of hip hop.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Had the gold dookie rope, you feel me? The gold chain, you feel me? Had the kufi, the Pan African pendant, you know what I mean? The fucking gazelle glasses, you know what I mean? Like taking it back to when, you feel me? It was fun, but still the rappers dropped bars of knowledge, you know what I mean? Like that's what I love, you feel me? Some Rakim shit. Like if Rakim was a wrestler, that's what I was trying to portray. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? I'm not going out there doing a kid and play. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna go out there and portray this era of hip hop, I can name one rapper. It would probably be Rakim. You know what I mean? He had the knowledge of self in every bar, didn't curse. You know what I mean? Drop funky lyrics that's still iconic to this day. So that's what I was doing back then. Now I see myself on some PE or some X Clan type shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So what's the difference between that Ju Dizz and this Ju Dizz?
It's all the mindset. It's all the mindset. You know what I mean? I think before I was trying to win the fans over. It was still me, but it was me on the surface. You know what I mean? It was still me, but it was me on the surface. What I'm doing now is me true to my heart and my spirit. You know what I mean?
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me again.
Oh, bro, it's all love, man. Anytime you want ready to rock, let's do it.
No doubt. Anything you want to leave listeners with?
November 28th, LA fights. Card hasn't been released yet, but going to be up in LA. Tickets still available on Eventbrite. You can check them out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And if you can't make it up to LA or you somewhere else around the world, you can watch it for free on GCW's YouTube page.
Okay. They're going to have it for free?
Yeah, it's going to be streaming live for free. This Saturday, November 13th, Level Up Pro Wrestling. November Rain, I'm taking on James Brady. Gonna get it cracking, man. I'm going in, bruh. I'm going in. Other than that, just stay tuned, man. Just stay tuned, bruh. I got some real cool shit lined up. Some shit you mentioned, Poe. Some shit you mentioned. It's gonna be in action real soon. So yeah, just check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Ju Dizz. JU_DIZZ.
Then what would you say your top match? Well, give us your top 3 matches that you think so far.
That I've had?
Yeah.
Match I had with Daga, excuse me. Super Clash 2019. Ground Zero Pro Wrestling. Like if you want to see me in like my rawest form and what I'm really want to push, Ground Zero against Matt Vandegrift. And I would probably say that one's been my favorite so far, because when I went into that match, I had a whole game plan, a whole mindset, and I got some good feedback on that shit because it was like something I had never seen before, and I tried it out and it got over. So yeah, Ground Zero Pro. I think it was called Regulators. The name of the show was Regulators, but Jude Dizz versus Matt Vandegrift.
I'm gonna ask you, so how you feel about your elbow drop, man? I feel like you got a little macho man going.
Oh yeah, the black magic elbow, man.
You get up there.
That's the only move I do off the top rope, man. You won't see me up there or a crossbody or something like that. I used to do the missile drop kick, but that shit was fucking up my wrist. Yeah, but yeah, man, got that black magic elbow, man. If I hit that, it's over, bro.
All right, y'all. We out. What's your social media one more time?
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Ju Dizz, underscore DIZZ.
All right, y'all. Happy Marine Corps birthday, belated, and happy Veterans Day.
Yep.